Hey guys, Mike at SB Reef Lights, and today we are at Waterworld again, so we want to thank them for their hospitality. And we got a special project for you today using our S-Box Sprite Nano Reef Light. This is our, actually this one here is a Fuge version, but that's the one that comes with the acrylic mounting legs. It'll fit up to a 10-gallon tank. Also comes with the hanging kit. Has dual power supplies, so you can run timers on the blue and the white channel. It is 84 watts, so it is a monster as far as a nano light goes. Significantly more powerful than any of our competitors, and it'll cover a larger area. We use 120 degree optics to get good spread even when mounted down low. And so our project today though is a Biocube hood. Anyone that runs Biocubes know it's a power compact lighting system, not ideal, and really hard to grow SPS corals at that point. The bulbs are expensive to replace as well and getting harder to find. There are one or two LED kits online, but they're extremely expensive and don't necessarily have the best record as far as longevity. So what we've done today is we've taken the unit apart just so that we could create a template and basically figured out where this is going to set in the lid. Now I've measured underneath, and if you look at the bottom, we've already gutted it. There's nothing in here now. But I measured, and in the center, right here, it's about 2.5 inches deep, so the light's going to sit flush with the top of the unit. On this end, though, it's a little less than 2 inches, so it's not going to sit flush. So it'll be up just a little bit. I was originally hoping to actually fit it inside, completely sunk in with only the knob sticking up. But there's really no way to do that. The original hardware that was in here has a lot of mounting points still left, and if you tried to cut or break those off, you'd end up destroying the hood. So instead, we're just going to cut a clean hole and mount it down through the top. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to relocate the two plugs. Instead of having them come out the top, I'll just cover those up. I'm going to drill a hole in the unit, have the cord come out the back, hardwired in, and then I'll have it come out the stock location on the hood. So when I'm done, this will be a significant upgrade for the hood. Okay, so this is where the light is going to be mounted. And I put down some blue tape to make marking it easier. I used a Sharpie to outline it, so I'll be just a little bit bigger than the case itself, so it should slide in fine. The clear cover underneath is going to keep it from falling through, so it's literally just going to rest in there. Now, as far as measurements, the distance from the front edge to the front of the light is exactly 5.5 inches. The distance on the sides is going to be 6 inches exactly. So if you follow those measurements, you'll end up exactly in the middle and not hit the structures underneath. Okay, so we've moved to the back warehouse to cut this real quick. And I just wanted to show you what I was talking about as far as all the mounting locations for the previous hardware. And trying to cut that out would be a real pain. I may, on the next one of these, actually disassemble the box and just use the drivers and the PCB board and see if I can figure out a clean way to install it. But I think when we're done, this will actually look pretty darn cool, and it'll make it real easy to get the unit out if you ever need to work on it. So we're going to cut that. Now, ideally, I'd be using a Dremel so I can get these curved sections done well instead of a cutoff wheel. But that's all I have, so we'll see how good I can make this look. Okay, I've got my hole cut. Actually worked out better than I thought. It's pretty clean for the most part, and the unit is snug. If I push on it, it slides right in, so that's going to hold it in place. And we're going to go put everything back together, and then we'll make another part of the video later tonight showing how to relocate the cords. But for now, I'm just going to get it in and get it working. Okay, so this is the initial dry fit. And one thing that I've realized, if I leave the screws in the front, they'll keep it at just the right height. If I take the ones out of the back, they'll slide through to get it down where I need it. However, the side screws are catching right now. So I'm going to do just a small cutout for those side screws and be right back and have that sitting in the way I want it so that it's level. Right now, if I left it the way it was, it would be pointing the light a little towards the back of the tank. Okay, so now we've finished, and you can see underneath the diodes are centered on the tank. They'll be a little bit forward on the lid, but that's because it's an all-in-one with a sump in the back. It's flush in the front. It'll be just a little bit above in the back because the way the unit's made, it's not flat. And then if you look on the top, this makes a really clean install. In fact, I'd almost say looks stock. Now the only thing we have left we're going to do later is I'm going to take these outlets and either remove them and block them with maybe some electrical tape or something, and then run the cord out the back underneath, have it come out and go through the stock cord spot. So I'll have 2 cords going that way. And the other option is I'll leave these plugs here and still tap in or splice in to do that, but leave this so that it can go back to stock if it ever needed to. But again, unit's working really well as is, looks nice and clean. Probably look better if I put the other knob back on it. There we go. And so that's the SB Reef Light Sprite on the Biocube. And now it's time to plug it in, test it, and then we'll put it on the tank and get you a video of how it looks.